Hey y'all, Nova here. Welcome back to another gun guide for Escape from Tarkov. Today I'll be showing you what I think is the best AKM build. It's not necessarily the best in slot, but it's the best bang for your buck. We have a couple of options that I'll go through, and yeah, let's get right into it. Basically, just buy the stock AKM from Prapor. Usually there aren't ones that are cheaper on the market, so you could either buy that or you could do the trade for the 3 Tashanka, but I think usually it's cheaper just to flat out buy it from Prapor at whatever he's selling it for. But yeah, let's get right into it. So basically, I went through all of the items, I found out which had the best stats for the best price, and we can go from there, starting with our muzzle device. We can get rid of that, and then basically, I actually figured this out by link searching and going to your functional mods, and you can do this for any gun, and I just bought the cheapest suppressor. However, the PBS actually has better stats than the rotor, so if you can find a PBS 1 for cheaper, I would run that instead. Its stats are noticeably better. Here, I'll show you. So if we put on the PBS, you can see we go down to 113 vertical recoil. If we put that on, we go down to 116. Not a big deal. Just something to keep in mind. If you can get a PBS, I would run that instead. So there is our muzzle. Now on to the stock. I did go through a bunch of different stock options, and the one that I thought was the best was using the PT AKM lock, which is quite cheap. It is only 3,000 from... Oh yeah, you're basically gonna need level 2 traders for this, but you know, if you're on Punisher Part 1, which is what most people need the AKM for, I figure you already have level 2 traders, and then a PT stock. That brings our recoil down to 106, while not hurting our ergonomics too bad. And then the next thing to help your ergonomics, I would run the SAW pistol grip. This is extremely cheap. From Mechanic, it's only 5k, so very cheap, and it has plus 11 ergonomics versus this, which is plus 6. So run that. Then we need our a sight on it, and for that we need the Bastion, which is like 5k, I think. So again, keeping it cheap. And we need to remove the front sight as well for that to work. And once we have the Bastion, basically what I would say is the meta sight right now is the Delta Point. So you can buy the Delta Point mount for $14, which is like 1k. It's really cheap. And then the actual Delta Point is more expensive. It's like $155, which isn't the best, but you know, it's a really nice sight. Here, I'll real quick, we'll go into the hideout and I'll show you what the Delta Point looks like. So this is the Delta Point. It's a nice little triangle, and it's really clean. If you're moving back and forth, it doesn't sway very much. Some of the sights, like I think the P1X, whatever, sways a bunch. This one does not. Makes it really easy to stay on. And even with just what we have so far, you can see that it's pretty easy to stay on that middle target there. But we are going to make it better before the end. So what we have left is we have a gas block. You can buy a charging handle as well, which are quite cheap, 3k. Sometimes they're sold out, but I wouldn't worry about that. I think it just reduces recoil it gives you one more ergonomics. Then we can take off the handguard that it comes with, and then I decided on this handguard because it gives you really good stats. It's plus or minus 2% recoil and plus 10 ergonomics, and then it is also, again, extremely cheap. I would suggest buying it from Peacekeeper. You're not going to have much to spend your dollars on. I mean, unless you're buying like a ton of AUGs or something. I always find that I have a huge excess of dollars, so whenever I can buy weapon parts with dollars, I always do. And yeah, so this is a wonderful, it's some of the best stats you're going to find for your handguard, unless you get up into like that 40k or 30k range. So with that handguard on, then for your foregrip and stuff like that, you actually have a choice. We'll start off with our foregrip. These are the two I would suggest. The SI Cobra is a lot more expensive than the RK4. So the RK4 is your budget option, and the Cobra is the more expensive one. It gives 5 more ergonomics, so its recoil is actually worse than the RK4. However, I think with this wipe, I think that ergonomics is actually more important. It lets you get your gun up faster, lets you hold aim down sights longer. And I think ergonomics is just more important, but as you can see, RK4 is about 10k, whereas the Cobra, I mean, it's around 10k. Sometimes you can get them for cheap like that, but a lot of times it'll be about 20k. So personally, I like running the Cobra. We are almost done with this gun. Last but not least, it's already on there, but I would suggest running, you need a rail for it. You get the M-Lock 2.5 inch rail, which is like, it's 1k or 2k. And then I would run the X400 because this is the cheapest laser and flashlight combo that you can run, and it only costs dollars. Again, I like buying stuff in dollars because it really, it feels cheaper because you're just not using dollars as much. So there is the finished AK build. Again, you can run, so a couple of different things, whatever you want, but that is the finished AK build. I'll show you in the hideout what the recoil looks like. First I'll show you without controlling it, just firing, and then after that I will show you with me pulling down a bit. So on this far one, that's me not controlling the recoil at all, just letting it go up. It sort of stands right there. If we try it out again, and I guess I forgot to turn on the laser, but it shouldn't matter. I will control it minimally this time. I'm not even pulling up right now, and it was just staying on target. I pulled down, or pulling down, I mean. I only pulled down a tiny bit at the very beginning, and if we, maybe, I don't know if this resets the hideout or not. Go take. Guess it doesn't. You know, low-key, I haven't used the shooting range since I gave it all the updates. I wonder if there's a way to clear the... Yeah, there we go. Does that do it? Yeah, it looks like it cleared it. Okay, well, let's see how many we can get on target just by... Definitely get some gnarly recoil at the end. I wouldn't suggest... I think short bursts are probably your best bet, but... You know, for the most part, that's pretty good, honestly. So, I think that this gun is really good. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you would adjust my build at all. You know, you could throw on a larger mag with it as well, that might help. I think that large mags are severely underrated, especially now that you can run ergonomics builds on guns, because the recoil is fixed. You know, if you can, you know, if you go into edit preset and... where is it? Why is the mag not showing? Gear mods, and let's see. I mean, you could, if you're crazy, you could run the 75 drum mag. That would just be ridiculous. I think you lose a ton of ergonomics if you run that. Yeah, like 25. So maybe something that's more reasonable is like this mag. That's probably really expensive, honestly. Let's take a look. If we, we need to get rid of traders. Yeah, it's not even on. Okay, it's not even on the market. So, okay, wait. Let's take a look just by link search, and then this is how I like to mod. I find it easier because you can look on the market, see how expensive things are, and generally what I'll do is instead of having all these bullshit, I'll change that to traders. And this goes for modding for any gun. It makes it really easy to find. So for example, you can get 40 round mags for 2,000, and these are probably 3 slotted down, so it's gonna be hard to run them in different types of vests, like unless you have like an Ana vest or something, it's gonna be hard to run them. But you know, even if you just like run like a single 40 round mag, it can help you kill like a 3-man or a 4-man all in with a single mag, versus if you only have 30 bullets, it can be hard. So I would at least consider running a 40 round mag with this gun. And you know, if you want to run more, I think it's called the Ana, let's see. Oh my goodness, there's so many. It'd be down here though. Yeah, the Ana Alpha. Ooh, that's expensive though, but I'm pretty sure this has 3 slots if you want to run those. But anyways, that is the build. Make sure you go into edit preset and save it. I guess you could, you know, we could find parts, and you know, the total price would come out to be about 180k, which isn't too bad. I mean, it's not wonderful. Pretty expensive for a gun, but it is going to be probably the best gun that you can get. Though, oh wait, this is doubling it up though, because some of those will already be there. But anyways, I hope y'all found this guide helpful. I will have more gun guides coming out. I wasn't sure if they were going to do well. I released my first gun guide for the PP19 just for like beginner players a couple days ago, and it did awful. And then all of a sudden it got like 2k views out of nowhere, which I really appreciate the support. And if anyone's watched that video, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I guess I'll have it linked in the description if anyone else wants to go watch it, but honestly I wouldn't suggest using the PP19 anymore. We're getting more into mid-wipe where people are running at least tier 4 armor. But yeah, so I hope you found this guide helpful. I will have a guide on making money pretty soon. I've basically only been using my scav, and as you can see I'm sitting at a pretty 5 million. And I'm pretty much maxed out on the hideout for what level I am. I need to get my med station to level 3. Which I can't because I don't have my therapist level 3, which because I haven't been grinding quests because I've been busy. But anyways, thanks for watching, y'all. I'll have, once I finish the guide on making money, I will have that linked at the end of this video. And yeah, good luck in your raids this week. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next time. Have a great one, y'all.